Okay, so how do I begin this? All right. I mean, I know what my low, my high, and my act of kindness are. My low really comes from the fact that like yesterday, for like a good majority of the day, I just had like a whole bunch of computer trouble. Like I had to reset my PC and like it's having trouble like starting up, so you gotta like automatic repair, but it still won't restart. So, and it's so incredibly stupid for it to work properly again. And I kid you not, I had to hit it. Yes, I actually solved the problem by hitting something. Okay, that works. I swear I'm not a savage, but holy cow. I mean, sometimes you just don't think any of that stuff works until like, oh, holy cow, it works. So, with that said, I would say that my high is, I mean, I kind of alluded to this yesterday, but I got a very, very, very important phone call regarding a certain family-related event happening in late April. And it's the sort of thing where, and it's weird, because this is the sort of thing where, I'll get to that in a minute. I'll just say that my act of kindness was, actually, what did I do for my act of kindness? Oh, right. I took care of something for my mom. That's really about it. So, with that said, good morning and happy hump day, everybody. Yeah, we're already at hump day. This week's going by rather quickly. So, regarding that phone call I got, I'm not going to give away what it was yet, but it's the sort of thing where something is coming up, and I guess you could call this life-changing in the sense that a certain responsibility for me will be on the horizon potentially. But if for whatever reason I didn't get this phone call, I'd be a little sad. But in the end, I wouldn't mark it as, that big a deal. But I guess I do feel that my life has changed from it. I think it's a bigger deal than I thought it would be myself. And now I can't wait until, late April when this thing is official. By the way, this has nothing to do with like getting a new job or anything. I said this is a family related event. Nothing to do with like job searches or, anything like that. So, because I have alluded to the fact that, I haven't looking for a career change outside of, doing this. I would still make videos, just, doing something else, off camera, if you will. So I am beyond excited. And as we inch closer and closer to, April, I'll probably give away what it is. Right now, this thing is just in the planning stages. The only thing that's even remotely known are the people involved. That's it. And I'm one of those people, right? Emperor's New Groove reference. But yes, I am beyond happy for this. And, I knew 2022 was going to be a good year. And if stuff like this keeps happening, I think I would consider this the best year since the pandemic started. And granted, each year's got progressively better, but this is already, we're not even 1/4 of the way through the year. And I received this news. You know, that's incredible. It's the sort of thing where you hear about it a lot on TV. And, like, some people who receive this particular news, you know, they make a huge deal out of it to the point where they kind of, I'm not going to say make a spectacle, but they take it far too seriously. Like, right now, I'm just going to be remaining humble and just, you know, enjoying myself from it. And that's really all you need to do. You know, there's lots of other stuff that's going to happen between now and when this family-related event happens. I mean, one thing that is going to come up for sure, we have a new season of The Masked Singer tonight. Yeah. Wow, are we in season 7 of The Masked Singer? I think we're in season 7. Cool. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting, man. I mean, it's Hot One. I mean, it's The Masked Singer. I almost said Hot Ones. Hot Ones is tomorrow. Although I would like to get into tomorrow's episode of Hot Ones before I forget. I mean, here we are, man. I missed season 2, but that's because as I moved into this new apartment, I had no cable. And I only saw, like, the very end of the finale. So, there you go. But ever since, like, I started watching it again, I'm like, okay, this is awesome. I am, like, thrilled that, you know, I get to talk about The Masked Singer. It's going to be great. I'm excited for that. I mean, I think what they're trying to promote is there's going to be a Group A, a Group B, a Group C, but Group A is probably going to be like the good, Group B is going to be the bad, and Group C is going to be the cuddly. So, I think that's what they'll do. Although, I haven't really I've been trying to avoid, like, spoilers as to what, like, the costumes are. Especially when you know for a fact there's going to be a wild card or two. Or actually, they've had 4 wild cards in the last 2 seasons. So, I would very much like to see where it goes. Or, since it's only going to be 3 groups, maybe there'll be 3 wild cards to make it 15. I don't know. It's going to be all we can really do from now until after the first episode tonight is over, 9 o'clock, is speculate. So I guess that's what I'm going to have to be relegated to doing. Speaking of speculation, I mean, Hot Ones tomorrow, man. Courtney Cox. You know, Friends. I mean, yeah, I've talked about this before. I didn't watch Friends in its initial run. You know, I was a cartoon animation guy. If it wasn't animated or colorful, you know, get it out of my face. With a few exceptions, you know, I'd watch Power Rangers. You know, I'd watch some comedies like That 70s Show were great. So, and actually, I think I may have watched a little bit of the stuff you would see on Comedy Central. So, it's not like I was completely, you know, animation driven. I watched a few, you know, live action shows and they were great. But, you know, I didn't really care much for any, you know, sitcoms like, you know, Friends. And I guess right now I can sort of give my thoughts keep in mind, I really have never seen the entire series from start to finish. But I have seen enough episodes where I see the appeal. And right now I can give some thoughts as to why Friends is as good as it is. And really it comes down to real. Like, by all accounts, yes, this show takes place with 6 people that are friends, that's the title, that live in New York, and they go about their daily lives. And obviously there's some interaction between conversations and plans and stuff. Now, the things that happen in these episodes on this show are what I just said they were. They're real. I mean, you have one season where, Monica, played by Courtney Cox, is working as a chef in a restaurant, but then eventually she goes out and does her own thing and marries Chandler. Meanwhile, you have Chandler, who has a high-paying job, but he hates it, and so he tries, looking for something else, eventually getting involved in like a sneaker corporation, trying to appeal to young people, which he's the oldest person in the room talking about this stuff, so what would he know, right? Meanwhile, you have Joey trying to be an actor, Phoebe trying to do her thing, like trying to be a singer even though she's clearly horrible at it. And then you have Rachel and Ross who literally personify the will they, won't they get together type thing. And for a while they're together, and then they're on a break. Don't ask about that. And then like they're back together again, and they're not, and they have a kid, but she wants to raise it herself. And then at the end of the series, spoiler alert, they get together finally. It's literally things that would happen in real life, provided that, the right sequence of events and circumstances occur. And, obviously some of the stuff is legitimately funny. I mean, I just mentioned the whole Ross is on a break thing. It's like one of the most quoted things you hear. Seriously, there's a lot of quotes from Friends that I've heard over the years. And we were on a break is like the tip of 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 the iceberg. I mean, I could go on. There's Joey saying, "How you doing?" Or, Chandler being attached to a file cabinet saying, "Freedom! I want my freedom!" Like, again, or some funny moments too. I mean, Chandler and Rachel eating a cheesecake off the floor, Joey showing up and he just happened to have a fork with him, so he's eating the cake too. Monica dancing with the turkey on her head. I mean, yeah. Some of the stuff is hilarious. It is. And I have to say, from everything I've seen so far, again, I only pretty much watch it if it's ever on. From what I've seen, I enjoy it. Not enough for me to, here's the thing, if I ever want to binge watch this show from beginning to end, I gotta see it with, the right people and audience. I gotta do it with, the most enthusiastic Friends fans, and just be like, okay, let's see, because actually, I have seen the pilot episode. So, I mean, I could stand to watch it again. Again, some episodes I have legitimately seen from beginning to end. And they really are as funny as you think they are. So, do I recommend, I recommend Friends. Friends is a show that's worth checking out at least once. Although, you have to find, because here's the thing, you can check out, because if you watch a random episode of Friends, there really is a potential you're not going to like what you see because you hate or you dislike what they're talking about or whatever. And I could see that being a potential turnoff. But I would say of the episodes that I've seen, at least the ones that I feel like I gravitate towards, and keep in mind, I've always felt that I was a Chandler guy. So any episode involving Chandler, those are episodes I gravitate to. And keep in mind, I actually thought at the time that Courtney Cox was higher than Jennifer Aniston. So, yeah, the fact that Chandler and Monica get together, episodes like that really work. Some episodes are famous for being, again, quotable. Like the Thanksgiving episode that featured Brad Pitt. Phoebe marrying Paul Rudd's character. Yeah, Paul Rudd was on Friends. Man, just when I think Paul Rudd couldn't be any more awesome. It works. This show legitimately works. Again, I'm not going to give it any kind of ranking like A tier or S tier or anything like that now, just simply because, I really have never seen the show from beginning to end. I can tell you that I do like it, and I do recommend it. So give it a watch. Who knows? You're likely going to find a lot of things about this show that I couldn't see or couldn't talk about today. So, have at it. Like, favorite, chat, subscribe button, follow me, social platforms, on YouTube. I'm very humble in this video for you guys watching. Joe for we have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Remember, you guys want to talk or channels, we get to land. You always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.